You want change. You want growth. You want to be better than you were yesterday. But there's a quiet truth most motivational speeches skip. Greatness rarely arrives as a flash of lightning. It shows up as the steady hum of day after day. That steady hum has a name: consistency. This video is about the small, repeatable things you can do that, over time, transform your life. Not magic, not massive, unsustainable bursts of effort, just consistency. By the end of this video you'll understand what consistency really means, why it matters more than motivation, how to build it without burning out, and 5 practical steps to make it part of your life. Starting today, consistency is not perfection. It's not never missing a day. It's the choice to show up more often than not. It's the signal you send to your future self. I am counting on you. Think of a bricklayer. One brick doesn't make a wall. One brick laid every day, over months, creates a home. That's consistency. Motivation is a spark. Consistency is the fuel. Sparks are exciting. They ignite projects. But if you depend on them alone, you'll run out of gas. Consistency turns tiny actions into compound results. As James Clear puts it, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. One small deposit, repeated, becomes something surprisingly large, and science backs this up. Forming new behaviors takes time. On average, it can take a couple of months for a new action to feel automatic. The key is repeatability, not intensity. Meet Maya, a high schooler who wanted to play guitar like the song she loved. She thought she needed hours each day. She tried an intense 4-hour practice day and burned out in a week. Then she tried something else. 15 minutes every day, 15 minutes. Same time each day. Some days she played clean scales. Other days she fumbled. She tracked her streak on a calendar. After 3 months, those 15 minutes had become 30, then 60. The songs she wanted to play were suddenly within reach. Not because she practiced more once, but because she practiced consistently. Humans are creatures of patterns. When you repeat an action in response to the same cue, your brain writes a new script. Over time, the script runs with less effort. That's the habit loop. Consistency uses the brain's love for patterns. The less friction between you and the action, the more likely you'll repeat it. So design the environment first. Leave your running shoes by the door, put your notebook on your pillow, or set your practice instrument in the corner where you'll see it. Small changes remove excuses. Clarity. If your goal is vague, get fit. You'll wander. Define what you'll do. Walk 20 minutes after dinner. Small steps. Big goals collapse under their own weight. Break them into the tiniest next action you can imagine. Routine. A cue anchors the habit. After breakfast, when I put on a particular playlist, right after school. Measurement. A simple checkmark calendar, a habit app, or a progress journal gives feedback. It transforms feelings into data. Compassion. Consistency is not a punishment. Missed a day, say okay, reset, and return. Perfectionism kills momentum. Compassion preserves it. Obstacle. I don't have time. Solution. Choose smaller actions. You can always scale up. Obstacle. I compare myself to others. Solution. Compare to your past self, not someone else's highlight reel. Obstacle. Boredom or plateau. Solution. Add variety. Rethink rewards, or change the cue. Consistency does not mean monotony. It means repeating an action, but allowing room to evolve. There's a story of an amateur baker who got stuck making the same cake. She switched to baking one new pastry every weekend. The routine stayed the same, the content changed, and her consistency stayed alive. Goals are good for direction. Systems are what move you forward. Want to write a novel? The system is, write 300 words every morning. Want to be healthier? The system is, choose a home-cooked meal 5 nights a week. Build systems that honor consistency. Celebrate systems. They are the daily rituals that carry you to the goal. Here are practical tactics you can apply tonight. 1. Micro commitments. Commit to 5 minutes. Once started, most people keep going. Point to stack habits. After I brush my teeth, I'll read 1 page. After lunch, I'll stretch for 2 minutes. 3. The 2-minute rule. Make the new habit take 2 minutes or less. It lowers the activation energy. For visual trackers, cross a calendar, fill a jar with pebbles, or use an app. Seeing progress fuels you. 5. Public accountability. Tell a friend or post your streak to someone who'll cheer you on. 6. Plan for failure. Decide in advance what reset looks like. Missed a day. Do not multiply the failure. Return tomorrow. These are simple. They aren't glamorous, but consistency is humble work. Think of a marathon runner. You don't become a marathoner by running 26 miles on day 1. You run a little each day. You recover. You repeat. The race is training. Training is days, and days are choices. One runner I knew started as someone who hated running. He began with 3-minute runs, 3 times a week. Months later, those short runs turned into longer routes, and eventually, he crossed his first marathon finish line. Not because he was born different, because he was patient and persistent. Consistency is the quiet architect behind every success you admire. It's less about dramatic leaps and more about showing up when no one's watching. It's choosing the small action that your future self will thank you for right now. Pick one tiny action, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 page, and commit to it for 30 days. Put a mark on your calendar. Tell one person, when you look back in a month, you'll be surprised at the distance you traveled. And remember, as Will Durant once summarized, we're what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Make consistency your habit. Show up. Keep going. Small steps. Every day. That's how change sticks. You've got this.